What is good, Raider Nation? It's your boy Raider Alex. I'm back with another video. Before I start, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on the video to help keeping me produce these Raider videos. With that being said, guys, let's jump right into it. In this video, we are going to be discussing current quarterback Derek Carr. Now, the thing with Derek Carr is he's a very controversial quarterback, especially within the Raider Nation. So in this video, I'm basically going to be touching on overall my thoughts and opinions on Derek Carr and just overall what we should do with him moving forward in this organization. As we all know, especially this season, Derek Carr has been inconsistent this season. I mean, 1 week he looks like an MVP candidate. He looks like he's our franchise quarterback. He looks like a guy that can really take us to the promised land. And then for whatever reason, it's happened the last 3 years. He looks like a completely different quarterback, in a different game. And it almost always happens, in November, December, where games matter, where those are the games that you need to win to go from a team that's in the hunt to actually in the playoffs. And that's the thing. I mean, perfect example, Dallas Cowboys game. A primetime game on Thanksgiving. Most people thought we were going to lose. And Derek Carr, shows out. He throws for over 300 yards. He's aggressive. He's throwing it down the field. And then against Washington football team, one of the worst pass defenses in the whole league, he couldn't get one touchdown pass. He couldn't throw for over 300 yards. He missed multiple receivers open, many times. There's one where he missed Deshaun Jackson. He even threw his hands up and everything. He missed Zay Jones. But anyways, guys, I mean, me personally, with the whole Derek Carr thing, I think, ultimately, I don't think he's the future. It pains me to say this because I honestly was a huge Derek Carr fan when we drafted him. Especially after that 2016 season, I thought he was going to be, our franchise quarterback. I thought he could be a top quarterback in the league. Unfortunately, his leg, he broke his foot, and it seems like he just hasn't really been, he's been trying to get to that level ever since then. But with that being said, I'm not trying to say that he's a trash quarterback or anything like that. But I feel like you just need to know when a situation is not working out. And that's the Raiders, and Derek Carr situation. It's just not working out. Every year we're trying things. We're trying to build around him, trying to make that final push into the playoffs and ultimately for a Super Bowl championship. And it's just been the same thing every year. 2019 we started off 6-4, we ended up 7-9. 2020, 6-3. We're feeling good. We're like, okay, well, this team's gonna fucking make the playoffs. Boom, 8-8. This year 5-2, and honestly, we're probably gonna go like 8-9, 9-8. You do the math, guys. We have not been great at all, especially when the games really matter. And also, I mean, the thing with Carr too is it almost seems like sometimes he's just too nice of a guy, man. Like, I never see him, yell at his receivers like, yo, you need to make that fucking catch, or his lineman, yo, you need to make that fucking block. He needs to hold those people accountable, and he's a really nice guy. And I feel like a lot of the Raider Nation, they want, including myself, I feel like we want a quarterback that's a little bit of an asshole, somebody that can, hold their teammates accountable, light a fire under their ass and say, yo, you gotta get the fucking job done. I'm doing my job, you need to do yours. Simple and plain. And he just doesn't seem like that guy. It seems like every midseason collapse, he just kind of mentally checks out. I mean, a lot of times you just see him on the sidelines, just by himself, looking down. I don't love the body language. I just feel like this team needs a new leader in their locker room, and they just need overall a new face to lead their organization. And so when it comes to Carr, I think we have a couple different options, in terms of what we can do with him. The first option, we have him under contract for 1 more year. I feel like what we could do is, you know what? let him know you are not our long-term quarterback, but keep him under contract, and we draft a quarterback this year in the draft. Now, when we draft the quarterback, he's gonna sit under Derek Carr for a year so he can learn the system. Hopefully DC can be a mentor to him to help his development, which I think he would do that. I mean, Derek Carr's a very stand-up guy, like I've said. He's a man of integrity, and I don't think he's the type of guy that would be like, no, I'm not gonna help this guy. Screw him. He's just gonna take my job. At least that's my opinion. But yeah, basically we would kind of take the approach. Look at Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes didn't just come out balling out like that. He had basically a full year to learn under Alex Smith. And I think that just really helps the development of a quarterback tremendously. And I think that's something we should definitely look into. Now, the second option, that would be if we essentially either want to trade Derek Carr, maybe we can get a first or second round pick for him, or maybe we just part ways with him. Maybe, Derek Carr, for whatever reason, when he figures out that we do not want him to be the long-term quarterback, maybe he just wants to either get traded or maybe he just wants to retire. I mean, he has said before that he only wants to play for the Raiders. So in that scenario, I think what we could do is, Derek Carr's contract is about $19 million. I think what we can do is, that $19 million that we don't have to pay Derek Carr anymore, why don't we just invest that into the defense? Why don't we just change the identity of our team? The past couple of years, our team has been, offensive team. John Gruden loves offense. He's an offensive guy. He tried to make this, our strengths have been the offense for the past couple years. Why not change the identity? Try to make that defense our strength. Everybody says defense wins championships. Okay, why don't we try to build a defense? Let's re-sign Marcus Mariota to a 1 or 2 year deal. Basically, he's going to be a bridge quarterback, and I think we should still draft a quarterback, okay? And then he can sit under Mariota, and then the offense would change as well. We would probably want to invest in the O-line too, especially a run blocking. I think we could change our offense to more of a run-first team, through Jacobs and Kenyon Drake, and obviously Mariota and the read option, RPO type of deal. And yeah, we kind of become like a Tennessee Titans type of team, smash mouth offense with a stout defense. And you got to think about it too. It's going to be hard to outscore, to try to compete offensively with, especially in our division, we have Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert. So why not try to attack them the other way around? Why don't we say, all right, you guys might have the best quarterbacks in the division, but you know what? Our defense is going to stop you guys. And we're going to, pound the ball down your guys' throat. We're going to be a tough team. And then also, we would probably rely more on the short passing game. And I think that would work really well with Hunter Renfrow and Darren Waller, for Mariota. Now look, this option, I'm not saying that we're going to make the playoffs next year or whatever. We probably won't. But even if we kept Derek Carr, I feel like the ceiling's so low that we might not even make the playoffs next year either way with him. So I think that's another option that we can do. And lastly, the last option, I think this is the least likely, but obviously we can try to get somebody like Aaron Rodgers. Deshaun Watson's name has been out there, but way too much controversy. I don't think Mark Davis pulls the trigger on that. But I think the first two options are the most realistic. And at the end of the day, both those options, I think we need to draft a quarterback. We need to draft somebody to be the future, to lead this franchise. And we have to hit on that pick. And I think it's going to help if he can sit under one of those quarterbacks for a year and learn and develop, honestly. So that's my overall, thoughts on this whole situation. It'll be very interesting to see what happens this offseason with Derek Carr and just his team in general. But let me know what you guys think we should do. Should we keep Carr, until his contract's up? Should we trade him? Do you guys think Derek Carr's still the guy? Do you think he can really lead us? Should we just keep building around him? I mean, a lot of people say he gives us the best chance to win. He does, but I just been saying I don't really see the ceiling anymore to think that we could realistically go to the Super Bowl with him. But let me know, guys. Let me know what do you think the best option would be, for the Raiders to do with Derek Carr moving forward. But with that being said, guys, that's all I have for today. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. That way I can keep producing, future Raiders related content for you guys. And I am out, guys.